All right, so I found these pretty cool targets to shoot here in the backyard. And as I was looking at these targets, I was looking for holders for them. Not really happy with what they have for them, so I decided to make my own. Once again, I found me a free pallet, and I'll be cutting this up to make the backdrop to hold those targets. And then I have a J channel. People usually use these to hold up like mirrors against walls. So hopefully this is good enough. We'll go from there. Now, for tool wise, I know a lot of people just want to start banging the top and to break these out. I would suggest not to. I would suggest if you have one, use a sawzall with a metal blade. Just cut them out. Now, if you have a spot where you can't really get into with your blade, I would suggest carry your hammer with a little crowbar. Just put it in, get it started. So on the process, you see me guys doing this, don't make fun of me. I just had a knee surgery and I'm just bored as heck in the house. And for all those guys who are saying, hey, why don't you go buy their lumber? Dude, this is free. They were throwing it away. And it's oak. You know how dense oak is, so when it shoots, it isn't gonna go through like pine. So let's get this started and let's see what you guys think of it afterwards. Okay, got me some 2x4s right here, solid oak. These things are gonna be weathered really good outside. They'll handle everything. Got me some 1x4 oak. Now, if you're a carpenter out there, you're probably drooling over the oak, but there's some good holes in there, but oh, so many little placards you can be doing with all that oak. And here is why I was showing you how to try to wedge them open to get the saw blade in. I don't know if you can see in that time lapse. I hit this one with the hammer, and that's what happens. Even though it's probably like 3/8 right here, but it's still good. Now I got all my lumber out. I'm gonna clean up a little bit of these nails, and then we'll see the pattern that we're gonna put together. All right, so I went ahead and cut all the oak pieces off the pallet to 18 3/8 inches long, and I'll show you why in a second here. Went ahead and gave myself 3 inches on both sides, just in case if I ever want to spread this open. I have the bottom that at least hold it down. But I'll show you right now next how I'm going to stick it all together. So now you see all my lumber here. I have these two pieces together. I'll hold it together like a jig so it doesn't move. If I didn't have them here, there's a possibility that when I do staple or nail them together, you get that little off-centered, little bit off. I kind of want it to all look symmetrical, correct. These two pieces I'm holding in my hand, they're going to be holding on the back part. I chose what I wanted to be on the face and what I want to be on the back. I know it sounds silly, but this is all going to be the back. It's going to be here. Another thing I like to do with everything is I glue everything. Glue just makes things last a lot longer. I'm going to be furniture clamping them together to make these gaps a lot tighter. So today I'm going to be screwing everything together with 1 5/8 drywall screws. Usually I use staples, but today I'm going to try drywall screws. I know I said I was using 1 5/8 screws, but I didn't like them just a hair too long, so I went 1 1/4 drywall screws, in case you're wondering. So it's 3/4. This looks like 1/2 inch. Yeah. It's 3/8. So I got 3/8, 3/4, and that 1 5/8 just went straight through. So I'm going to do some 1 1/4. Now usually when I do staple, I don't get so much cracks. And if you don't want all these cracks, I would suggest you pre-drill. The boards are kind of warped, and I think I would have gotten better results if I stapled them down, but today we're using drywall screws. Okay. So, 1/4 of the way there. Okay, prior to me putting this on a stand, I went ahead and looked for all the matching screws I could find. You got these, and whatever we got laying around's free, we're going to utilize it. So let's put this thing together before we put it on a stand. Now at this point, I'm going to make my target from 47 inches, I think, off the ground. Now, everybody's got their own preference of how they want to do it. But for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-drill some holes. Maybe 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line them up. I'm going to put mine on the side. Probably be like right around there. Other people could have a preference. They could have back and flat. When it's like that flat, I feel that's more of a attempt to shoot. This way, if it gets shot this way, it's not so much damage more than straight through. Who knows? That's a preference. So I went and cut me 2 pieces at 2 feet. I'm going to center them off, and we're going to put these on to stabilize the target. So, let's see. Right there, fellow plinkers. Hopefully this helps you guys make a little freebie type stand. Once again, this is my preference. Go ahead and like staple gun it, spray adhesive, spray glue. That's another trick I done with some of mine. Or put some little clips. But for me, it's just a little bit. I just like that. All right, as soon as I get my chance, I'll show you guys how it works.